You know what every business eventually hits? That wall. Yeah, that invincible ceiling. At first, things are growing. Sales are coming in, the phone is ringing, cash register is ringing, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You're excited. And then it just stops. You're not going backward, but you're not going forward either. It's like your business has hit a plateau. And if you're there right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels like you're pushing harder, working longer, but nothing is moving. So today in this video, I want to show you why that happens and the 3 stages every business has to go through to break past that ceiling. Here's how it usually goes. You launch your business, you launch this business, and in the beginning, it's all excitement, you're hustling, you're making it work, tying everything together, and somehow, some way, it starts to grow. Everything you've been doing starts to work. The hard work is paying off. And then a few years down the line, you get stable, customer keeps coming back, you're not panicking anymore. And then you notice something. Revenue stays flat. Profit feels a little bit tight, or should I say tighter by the day, and you're working harder than ever. And the worst part is you can't seem to see what lever to pull next. Do I advertise? Do I hire someone? Do I just keep grinding and hope everything picks up? That is the plateau we're talking about. And you're not alone. Every business hits this point at some point in their life. It's normal. In fact, at certain milestones in their existence, businesses will always hit that point. And it's frustrating as hell. I get it. But here's the shift that I need you to see right now. Plateau doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're a bad businessman or your business isn't working anymore or your customers don't want your business or people don't want what you're selling anymore. It means you've outgrown the way you've been doing things. The system that got you here won't get you there. There is a saying that the same skill or the same thing that brought Israelites out of Egypt will not take them to the promised land. It's not the same skill that will take them to the promised land. Let's think of it as climbing stairs. Okay? Every stage of business is a new step. You get stuck when you keep using step 1 tactics on step 2. So to break through, you don't need to work harder. You just need to move into the next stage with the strategy. Here is what the stages feels like, okay? The first stage you get to after everything starts, working is the stabilized stage. This is the stage where you fix what's broken, you stop all the chaos, you make sure cash flow is steady, and you're not living month to month. For some owners, this might mean plugging profit leaks or getting rid of problem customers. Then stage 2 is the optimization stage. Once you're stable, you now need to make everything efficient. You need to streamline your operations so the business runs without you being in every detail. Sharpen your offer and pricing so that every sale actually makes you money. This is where profit improves. Stress goes down and you start breathing again. Then you move to the third stage, which is the expansion stage. Now you need to add fuel to the fire. Build a predictable system so you're not just stuck on word of mouth again. At this point, you need to start pulling strategic levers. Partnership, maybe consider new acquisition or expand into a new geographical market. This is where growth compounds. And this is where you get your freedom back. So remember the first stage is to stabilize, optimize, and expand. Now, here's one thing that happens to us entrepreneurs. You see, our brain is so beautiful that sometimes it can be our blessing and our curse at the same time. We are wired to solve problems. So at the stabilized phase, all you're doing is solving problems. Now, the moment as a business owner, the moment your brain tells you, okay, now that problem is solved, the next thing you want to get into is the next thing, the next problem. So you skip the optimize phase. That means they jump from stabilize to expansion. So the moment one works, they jump to the next to start expanding. So it's always the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Then what you realize is you get yourself into what is called the circle of doom. That means you have all of these things going on at the same time. Instead of being proactive in your business, you realize you've spent your entire day reactive. You spend the day putting out fire. And that is exactly what we want to get out of your life right now. Okay? The first step, remember, is to stabilize. Second step is to optimize. And the third step is to expand. Do not miss any, because that is the cycle. If you miss a stage, you stay stuck at the ceiling point for as long as you're ready to live there. So here's a quick exercise that I need you to try right now. Ask yourself honestly, which stage am I really in? If your cash is up and down, bills are stressing you out and all of that, you are in the stabilized phase. If your revenue is steady, but you're working 60 hours a week and profit margin is thin, you are in the optimized phase. And if things are smooth, profit solid, you just need more customers, then you're ready to expand. Circle that stage that you're in, then that is your focus. Stop trying to do everything at once, because if you try to expand while you're still unstable, you just multiply the chaos, like I said earlier. But if you stabilize and then you optimize first before expanding, then your expansion process can actually work. So here's what I want you to walk away with today. You're not broken. Your business isn't broken. Your customers don't hate your business. You're just stuck in the wrong stage. Plateaus are normal. Every business hits it at certain point in their existence. The key is knowing which stage you're in your business. Remember, you stabilize first, you optimize next, then you expand last. That's how you break through the ceiling without burning out. On this channel, I share practical tips like this all the time because I don't want you to remain stuck. I want you to get the help that you need to get you unstuck. Once again, if you know someone else that you really benefit from this video, share it with them. And until next time, take it easy.